Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jada, nice to meet you. And if you're returning, thank you so much, you're always appreciated. Today we're going to be going over my February fragrance tray, but before we do that, if you could give this video a like, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, that would be extremely helpful. So let's get right into it. A lot of the fragrances on this tray I feel like will be similar to January's fragrance tray. And just because I've been really into some of these fragrances and some of them I didn't get to wear enough. So for starters, we're going to start off with Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten. So I wore this a couple of times. I love this scent. I wore this a couple of times last month and I really fell in love with it. I did not realize it was as sweet as it was, and it made me adore it even more. So this is a sweet, silky, smooth, creamy kind of fragrance. It opens up a little citric, a little fresh. I believe there's some bergamot up top, and then you get a silk note. And then when it dries down, you're getting a sweet kind of scent. And in the opening, you're definitely getting berries as well, along with that bergamot. It starts off fruity and fresh, moves into the silk, and then the dry down is this very smooth, luxurious, sweet scent. It lasts a long time. For me, I can get about 6 to 8 hours. It's not going to be a major projector. I would say for the first hour or two, it's going to be moderate, and then you're going to go ahead and get a more personal scent. I absolutely love it. It feels luxurious, and I'm super into this, and it's definitely going to be carried over to my February fragrance tray. Next up on my February fragrance tray, I have vanilla powder. So I wanted to have a lot of variety on my fragrance tray this month because if you're in Florida, you know that Florida winters are crazy. It's going to be like 45 degrees one day, it's going to be 85 degrees the next day. It may start out at 80 degrees during the day and then be low 40s at night. You never really know. So I feel like this is a really versatile scent. So this scent is actually pretty straightforward, and I adore it for that. This is a nice powdery coconut scent along with vanilla. I feel like the coconut, since it is powdered, it's a little bit drier. So people that may not necessarily like a coconut note may enjoy this a little bit more. I know I do. I struggle with coconut sometimes because I'm not a big fan of the fruit or the pulp. The only thing coconut that I really vibe with sometimes is a pina colada. So I don't necessarily like the smell of a wet coconut, and I think that they really eliminated, they really made this more accessible and more likable to people that find coconut challenging. This is a very beautiful, light, airy, musky coconut vanilla scent, and I am super, super excited to wear this month. And yeah, I'm so happy about it. Y'all, so I know I said last month, okay, so this was actually a sample on my fragrance tray last month, and I was like, oh no, I like it, I don't think I'm going to get a full bottle. Well, I lied. I did get a tester, and I got it for a really good price. I got it for like $64 on FragranceNet or something like that, and this is 5 o'clock au Gingembre by Serge Lutens. So this is a unisex masculine scent in my opinion. I definitely feel like it's really unisex, but this is such a cozy Tease scent. It's a cozy, spicy, warm Tease scent, and I absolutely adore it. I think it projects pretty well. I have worn this when I'm outside or I'm on my walks. I like to walk on nature trails a lot, so I find this scent to be perfect for that when it's cooler outside. The scent cloud you'll get is just cozy and just really, really nice, and I think this is a really nice, fresh, spicy tea scent, and it's really, really beautiful. I honestly don't have enough good things to say about it. I don't think I tested it as good. I don't think I tested it as thoroughly as I should have. I want to say I got around 6 to 8 hours as per longevity. Like I said before, it projects pretty well in the beginning, and then you're going to get more of a moderate projection in my opinion. And this is just a really, really nice scent, and I'm really, really excited to get more use out of it this month. So the next scent we're going to be talking about is Feve Deliciuese. I know this scent is discontinued, but if you're a hunter like me, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. So Feve Deliciuese is a very nice, sweet, powdery Tonka scent. It smells a little bit nutty and a little bit fresh in the opening. There's some mint in here, there's some lavender in here. If I'm not mistaken, there is some citrus in here. And then there are like cherry accords and all of that. There's a lot of notes in here, but I feel like for me, I'm predominantly getting a nice, powdery, smooth Tonka scent. And it is so comforting, so nice to wear around the house. And I really have fallen in love with this. My first impression of this fragrance was nowhere near the reaction or evoke the emotions that I feel about it now. I definitely like this a lot more than I did when I first got it, and I'm super excited to wear it this month while it's a little bit colder. So yes, Feve Deliciuese by Dior. So the next fragrance on my fragrance tray is Atomic Rose by Initio, and I really just fell in love with this scent. This scent is a very nice, straightforward, kind of seductive, womanly rose. This gives me business professional vibes. This gives me business vibes. This gives me professional vibes. This gives me I'm a nurse or I'm a attorney or something like that. It just makes me think of a professional woman. It smells to me what a well put together woman smells like. You're mostly really just getting rose. And I think all around this is a really nice and versatile scent. I still do have up there. I'm planning, I might be decluttering it soon. Crazy, right? Delina exclusive. I found that one was a little bit sour on my skin. And it might just be like all the notes up top. I know there's rhubarb in there, as well as lychee and other things. I just like this one a lot better. It has less notes, it's more simple, more straightforward, more elegant in my opinion. This is a really nice rose, and I have been exploring Initio a little bit. I've got Rehab somewhere up there or somewhere back here, and I've just really been liking the brand lately. Atomic Rose is definitely one to check out, and I feel like it's one that almost every woman could use in their collection. It's a really beautiful scent. Since we're talking about rose scents, I wanted to talk about Ristretto Intense Cafe. This is a very beautiful coffee rose scent. It is powerhouse, beast mode. I love this about Montale. This is one of 2 Montale fragrances that I own. I find it so easy to wear, so easy to throw on. This one gets compliments. It's not like, you know, an attention magnet. Nobody's gonna be like following you around in a trance, but you know, people will come up to you and be like, oh, hey, you smell good, or oh, that smells nice. What is that? It's not like a feral, visceral reaction, but it's one that's going to warrant compliments. I really enjoy this fragrance. I actually have been wearing it a lot. I think one week in particular, I wore it like 3 or 4 times during the week. And if you're looking at Montale, I feel like this is a really nice place to start. Really beautiful coffee rose scent. Mostly coffee though. Super nice. I love it. While we're on the topic of Montale, I also have Arabians Tonka on here as well, because I actually do have some date nights to come. This is a very pretty, sweet, kind of woody fragrance. I think this is a very nice and sensual fragrance, one that you can wear at night. I believe there's some rose in here. I find that a lot of Montale fragrances, especially the ones with rose in them, tend to smell a little similar. But this is a really nice, sweet, sugary, kind of woody fragrance, but not in a juvenile way at all. This is definitely more of an adult kind of sweet. It's not like candy, it's like actual sugar, but there are other notes to ground it. I really enjoy this fragrance. I feel like I could wear it more, but hopefully I'm able to as I continue to downsize my collection. But this is a really nice fragrance, and yes, this is Arabians Tonka by Montale. Right, another fragrance on my fragrance tray is Vanilla Fatale, and I think I'm going to do a more in-depth review on just this fragrance. I feel like it deserves its own video. So this is a 2024 release. It's a very sweet vanilla scent. So on my skin personally, I get a sweet vanilla. I get a nuance of plum. Now in the notes for the 2024 edition, and by the way, this is a re-release of the 2017 Vanilla Fatale. From my understanding and me reading the reviews on Fragrantica, they smell the same. And that's just from what I've read. Take that with a grain of salt, but I have read that people say it's the same. And I mostly get spices, and not even in a harsh kind of way. I'm mostly getting the coriander. I'm getting a sweet, creamy vanilla. I do get a nuance of plum. I feel like I smell the coffee as well. And those are the notes that predominantly stick out to my nose. The dry down for me is just this really beautiful, sweet, creamy vanilla. I feel like a femme fatale when I wear this fragrance, and I do think that it's going to pull differently on a man. I think it smells beautiful on a man. I have smelt it on a man, and I think this is just a really unisex scent. It's one to check out. I feel like it's really nice. As for longevity, I know people complain about Tom Ford longevity. I've worn it probably about 5-6 times since I've gotten it, and I've got about 6 to 8 hours of longevity on my skin. As per my clothing, longer. I picked up my clothes the following morning and I did smell it still. However, with that longevity, the projection is going to be very close to your skin. It's a very personal, intimate kind of scent, a date night kind of scent. A bar or lounge setting would also be appropriate. And this is also a fall winter scent as well. I think it's a really, really nice fragrance. Very, very well done. I have explored Tom Ford a little bit, but this one to me is just amazing. I knew I needed it immediately. I would say probably from the time I smelled it, it was probably about a week before it had already shipped, arrived to my house, and was sitting here in my collection. I really, really like this fragrance. I think if you guys have a chance to, you should check it out. Really, really nice fragrance. I know I spent a little bit longer talking about this one, but this would probably have to be the highlight for me of my fragrance tray this month. So Vanilla Fatale, easily become one of my favorite scents. Next on my fragrance tray this month, I have Victoria's Secret Tease Cocoa Soiree. This fragrance is actually really, really nice. I am trying to compile a list of very quality, affordable fragrances. I hate when people give you a list of affordable fragrances, but they're not really quality. I feel like if you really hunt, you can find the best quality fragrances, and I want to say this is so nice. I think my initial review, I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more cocoa forward fragrance. I didn't expect it to be as sweet, but honestly this does not smell of alcohol. This smells like a fluffy, sweet scent. It smells sugary. I feel like if you're a fan of Sweet Like Candy by Ariana Grande, but you want something a little more grown up, something a little more sexy, you could definitely look into Victoria's Secret Tease Cocoa Soiree. There are, and honestly to my nose, this really just smells like a semi-fruity whipped cream with a little bit of cocoa powder. It is a little powdery, a little fluffy, but I really do get a whipped cream note. I don't know why that's not listed as a note, but I really do smell it. I think it's a really, really nice fragrance, and I think it's on sale right now, actually, Victoria's Secret. I want to say you could get it for $26, under $30 if I'm not mistaken, for the 50 ml. I think that's a steal. This is a really nice fragrance, and I feel like it fits February vibes, so this is one to check out. Next on my fragrance tray is Eden Sparkling Lychee. I really, really liked this release from KAYALI. I was kind of surprised. I wasn't even going to check this one out, honestly, and I'm so happy I did, and I'm almost regretful that I did not get a larger bottle. This is a really nice, uplifting, juicy lychee with a sweet and violet note, which makes it kind of smell like candy. This is such a happy, bubbly, amazing fragrance. I My heart stands with KAYALI. I really love this brand, but this one just really, I feel like, was an amazing release, especially towards the end of the year, giving good vibes as we enter to 2024. Can't believe we're in February already, by the way. That's insane. But yeah, I just think this is going to be a really good fragrance for this month. Just kind of keeping the happy vibes, or if you plan on having a girls' night for Valentine's Day, I feel like this would be a really nice scent. Just makes me so happy. So it's on my fragrance tray for this month. But the next fragrance on my fragrance tray is one that I have revisited and fallen absolutely head over heels in love with. I want to say this was on my fragrance tray last month, but it's going to be on my fragrance tray this month as well. And this is Wonderwoman by House of Sillage. Now this is just a very sensual, empowering, I don't want to go so far as to say femme fatale, but it gives me, I feel like actually this could be a femme fatale fragrance. It's a confidence booster for sure. So initially you're going to get a raspberry note along with Tolu balsam. There's a little bit of almond in here. It's a very deep, sweet, fruity, resinous scent. And the dry down is a very stunning vanilla scent. I have fallen absolutely head over heels in love with this. Every time I show some of my friends or let them smell it off of me or put it on them, they're like, ooh, like, yeah, this one is so good. This one is, this fragrance, you may not get it the first whiff or two. Maybe the first couple times you try it even, you may not understand it, but once you get it, you get it. I remember the Tolu Balsam, when I first got this fragrance, was a little off-putting for me, but that honestly is my favorite part. I love when the fragrance is progressing and it combines with the vanilla, and it's seriously intoxicating. I really, really love this fragrance, and yeah, I think you guys should check it out if you're looking for a cupcake. This one, as well as Hufflepuff, are my top two, but I really have to say this one would be my number one. It's really, I feel like it's really edged out the other one as my favorite. So yes, this is Wonderwoman by House of Sillage. Definitely check it out. It's so beautiful. The next fragrance on my fragrance tray is this one. It's called Loverdose by Diesel. And this fragrance I'm not too familiar with. Like I said before, I'm trying to find some nice affordable fragrances. I really enjoyed the notes, and I'm a sucker for a cute bottle. So I think I have to explore this one a little bit more before I can talk on it. I believe that there are some gourmand notes. I feel like this is a mostly gourmand sweet fragrance. I believe there might be cacao or hazelnut, and then there are some fruity notes in here as well. I'm super excited to get some use out of it and report back to you guys, let you guys know if it's a go or a buy or not, or, you know, kind of just give a more in-depth review on it. But out of the nozzle, it's okay. I am definitely getting some kind of citrus at the opening or top notes, so we'll see. We'll see how this one works. After that, I just have samples, so I'm briefly just gonna run through them. I'm not gonna sit here and review them all, but I will kind of give my thoughts or just like a single sentence about each. So I have Clean Reserve's Skin here, and this is a really nice musky scent, a skin scent. It's powdery. It's kind of sweet, salty, woody. It's honestly one of my favorite skin scents, and I love to wear this before bed. I'm contemplating getting a full-size bottle, but I want to finish this first. So next up, we have Meliora by Parfums de Marly. I'm still kind of navigating my way through Parfums de Marly. I don't think I really care for the Delinas, so to speak, anymore. I really, really love Valaya. Valaya is my favorite. I've sampled Cassili. I have Oriana back there. So I want to try out Meliora, and I think I might be cool. I think I might be good on Parfums de Marly after this. This scent, I think it's nice, but I definitely have to explore it a little bit more before I can form a full opinion on it. At the moment though, I don't think I'm going to be upgrading, but that's subject to change. You know how you know what I said about the Serge Lutens last month, so it's always subject to change. So next, I'm digging back into my decant of Spirituese Double Vanille. I have officially decided that I am absolutely going to be getting a full-size bottle. I love this scent. I don't want to be without it. I think the price tag is honestly, I'm willing to pay that. I really, really love this scent. I think it's a very beautiful, smoky vanilla, and it actually goes really well with Vanilla Fatale. I layered them. Guys, chef's kiss. It is amazing. So next up, I have Moonlight in Heaven as a sample. This is a fragrance that I'm looking into purchasing for the summer months, for the summer season this year, possibly even the spring, because Florida springs are pretty hot. But this is just a really, really nice tropical kind of fragrance. There's a rice note in here, and I'm actually really loving it. I do want to start finishing my samples before I buy a full bottle though, so I'm going to be testing this throughout the month. Next, we have Hibiscus Majahad, and this fragrance is really, really pretty actually. I did not expect to like it as much as I would. I sampled it one day. I sampled it while I was in Miami recently, and I fell in love with the way it smelled on me. I think it's a very nice rose scent, and I'm looking forward to finishing up the sample this month and deciding what I'm going to be doing from there. And I've got 3 more samples. So another sample that I have is Crush on Me by Unique Luxury, and this fragrance is really spicy. It's really dense, heavy, thick, sweet, and I think it might be a little too much for me, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see how it wears on my skin. I have not worn it. I know that there's some spicy notes in this fragrance as well as a caramel note, and I'm really excited to experience something that I wouldn't typically reach for. Next fragrance I want to talk about is a sample that I got from Sephora, and I actually was really inspired to try Dead Cool by L'Oreal on here. If you guys want to go ahead and check out her channel, I will go ahead and link that down below. She's such a sweetheart. But this is Milk by Dead Cool, and it's not milky at all. It's actually a bergamot, white musk, and amber scent. On a tester strip, it doesn't really smell like anything, so I'm really excited to try this with my DNA. I'm really looking for my perfect musky scent. I have a few travels, I have a few samples, but I don't really think I have a full bottle of, you know, my signature bedtime scent, or one that just brings me comfort at night. I like to wear fragrances like that at night, when I'm cuddling up and going in my bed and going to sleep. But I'm really excited to test this out at night and see what happens, see if I like it. And the last sample that I want to talk about is Flowerbomb by Viktor&Rolf. I just received this sample from Sephora, and I wanted to retest out the original Flowerbomb. I have the flankers. I've got the Flowerbomb Midnight back there. I've got the Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid back there, and I also have the Flowerbomb Nectar. I forget what that one's called. It's Nectar something. And I've got them all back there. I want to test this one out because there is a new Flowerbomb flanker coming out, so I just kind of want to have my opinions on all of them and compare it to the new one, which, by the way, are you guys excited about that? Like, I need to know your thoughts on that because I love Flowerbomb. That is one of the designer lines that I just absolutely adore, so yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. So with that being said, this was my February fragrance tray. There's a lot. I'm excited to kind of navigate through everything and see what I can keep, see what I declutter, see what I like, don't like. I'm still on a mission to curate my collection. You guys will see a lot of decluttering videos coming up. I'm actually so excited about this because I don't even have a massive collection. I think I have like 120 full-size bottles and maybe 50 travel sprays or something like that. There are people that have hundreds, thousands, like, it's crazy. So, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and just supporting the channel. It really means the world to me. So with that being said, take care of yourself, be safe, and I love you guys always. Bye.